Hi, my fellow event planners. How are you? A little technical difficulty this morning. Welcome to the Event Industry Facebook Live. I am your host, Jen Singer, the founder of the Event Industry, an online community for you, my fellow event planners, to support you and all your event planning needs. So how are you doing today, this week? How's it going? Is it fun? Is it exciting? Are you working on something fun? Is it super stressful? Events can be really stressful. They can be overwhelming, but they can also be exciting too. And today we're talking about something exciting, event rentals. When we think about events, sometimes we think about like the fun decor that goes with it and the food and the beverage, and that can definitely be a lot of the fun stuff. So we're going to dive into some best practices for procuring your rentals and some stuff that I consider or I advise my team to consider when we're thinking about rentals for our events. Before we jump into all of that, I want to make a quick announcement. I'm excited to report or announce that we are going to launch our first online course on June 11th. So save the date. Mark your calendar, June 11th. We'll have some more details coming before that, but it'll be a 6-week online course and walk you through how to plan your event from start to finish. I'm going to take you from, just thinking about the event to executing the event. And it's going to be some really exciting stuff, and I'm excited to share all the details with you and go even more depth than some of the stuff I talk to you guys about every Friday when I go live. And also, if this is your first time joining us, you can go to theeventindustry.com. There's tons of free tools and tips there related to event rentals or budget or logistics and of all those things. So great resource for your event planning needs. Okay, when it comes to event rentals, a couple things to consider is your vendors. Now, this is probably an obvious thing, but if you're really new to this, you want to kind of look and see like who are the different companies in your area that specialize in rentals and their pros and cons. And there is a ton here in Southern California where I produce events, as well as San Francisco. I do a number of events in San Francisco. There's also a bunch of companies up there, and some of them are great for some things and some of them are great for other things. Like, for example, I use a company called Raphael's Party Rentals a lot because they have a lot of the table and chair stuff that I need, and their pricing's really great, and there's someone there I've worked with for a long time, so I have a go-to person. And I use her company for a lot of fun design elements. And there's a lot of other companies here in San Diego too that I use for like fun decorative lounge furniture that's kind of outside the norm of, say, traditional like table rentals or linen sort of elements. So first step is like get to know your vendors, make connections, and then because they changed from classic to bright party rentals, and they've got some new stuff and some exciting things going on there. So it's always great to go get acquainted and go see their stuff. If you don't know what they have and you don't know their processes for procuring rentals or just the timelines, and make those connections. So go see what they've got and how to go about that. I know their salespeople would be happy to show you around at different companies. So make those connections. So that would be step number 1. Step number 2 is determine your budget. So obviously you want to see what you have to work with, and that would kind of coincide to what you need. So those kind of, if you're new to this, those elements definitely go hand in hand. What can you budget for, and then also what you need. And you really need to kind of outline a complete list of all the tables, the chairs, the linen. Do you need forks? Do you need does the facility offer like the plateware or the glassware, or are you going to use especially glassware? There's sometimes where you want to maybe offer like champagne when people arrive, and the venue or the catering company will have wine glasses, but you want to actually put it in a champagne float. So you got to think about all of those needs, from table chairs to heaters. Is it going to be outside? Is it going to be cold? Or is it going to be sunny and you need to tent some of the area or put up market umbrellas to provide some shade? So all of those elements. And I would also recommend making a connection with your rental company to maybe tour the site where you're going to have your event and go through all of those things. There's been so many times that I have done that and, walk the space with the rental company, whether it's decor stuff and lounge stuff, or it's, real nuts and bolts kind of table chair stuff. And that salesperson is offered like, okay, well, what about this? Do you need garbage cans? Do you need tray jack stands? And they've thought of like a bunch of things, or helped me think of things, check off the list for elements that I may have not thought of. So they can be a great resource for elements that you may have not considered yet, to make sure you have all of the things. So that's like step 2, 3, kind of combine. Determine what you need, determine your budget. Maybe you have to scale back. Maybe you're like, well, I think our budget's this, and I think we can get all of these things, and then you realize maybe you can't get all of those things. And I do have a tip at the end, which I forgot to mention, that will help you save some money so you can get some more things. So stay tuned. Okay, so once you determine all of the things you need, whether you engage your salesperson with that rental company to come out and assess, you want to request a proposal. And I really do a very detailed, clear email bullet list of all the things that we need. So I will say, okay, we need 20 6-foot tables. And then I will say we need 20 of the 6-foot table drape linens. And if you saw the post today, those are sometimes referred to as 6-foot drapes, or sometimes by the size, which is 90 by 132. That will get the linen all the way to the floor. So that's something you want to be mindful of too, is making sure you're ordering the right linen for the right size. Or there's been incidents where I just don't need linen at all, and I will mention like 6-foot tables, but we don't need any linen. So bullet out all the items that you need for your rental order. Okay, so then once you've got a proposal back, you're looking it over, everything looks great, it fits within your budget, you've covered all the needs, you're getting closer to the event, you're gonna sign, you're gonna go through the process of the payment. It's usually a deposit to secure it in advance, and then you also need to have the payment paid well before the event. All rental companies require this, so that time frame can vary on the company, whether it's a few days or a week before, but they do load the truck either a day or two before the event for your stuff, so you need to make sure that you allow that buffer time. You can't call them hours before your event and ask for additional things. Like, it's already out for delivery, it's already gone. So make sure you plan that all with your time frame stuff, and you've given them all the specifics on where they're going, where they're delivering to, what time they're delivering, and what time they're picking up. And a lot of the times they're going to want a diagram to kind of see where all this stuff goes. You'll be there with them, or someone from your team, or maybe the client or what have you will be there to kind of direct where all these things are going. But a lot of times the rental companies I work with are looking for a diagram, so they have some idea of where all these things are going to be going for your event. Okay, so just to recap real quick. Step 1, find out the rental companies in your area, find out the cool stuff they have or the practical stuff they need, and find out their pricing. Get some idea of what some different pricings from these different companies. If you're having an event that you're planning, establish your budget and then outline all your needs for the events. Consider weather, whether it's hot or cold. You need a shade or you need to warm people up. All those things. Request the proposal, be very detailed, and make it easy for them to read, and make sure that there's no mix-ups. Get the proposal, double, triple, quadruple check it, and then go through the process of securing the order and the payment, and getting them the logistic details, the timeline, when they need to drop off, when they're going to pick up, where they're going to place everything. So hopefully that was very helpful for your rental needs. And okay, for your tip. almost 90% of the companies, there has been a few exceptions, will give you a event planning discount. So ask for a discount. It's usually somewhere between 10 and 15%, which can definitely save you a lot of money. So this will help you get more things. So the money saving tip for the day is ask for a discount wherever you can. Most of these companies will give a discount to event planners. Sometimes you can use that as commission for yourself, or you can pass that savings along to your client. Totally up to you. Okay, save the date for June 11th. If you have any other questions, feel free to email us at hello@theeventindustry.com. That's hello@eventindustry.com, or you can go to theeventindustry.com for more tips and tools for your event planning needs. Thanks for joining us, you guys. Have a great day.